A piece of furniture's got to sit well in its surroundings, so you need to be quite conscientious of the surroundings and make sure it's going to fit in the place. The room has big sliding windows that open out onto the sea. There's nothing else in the room, so it's going to command quite a nice place. The table leaves came first, made an MDF template and drew it out full scale. And literally just plotted out each individual point onto that board so that we could then cut it out and shape it. And the geometric shapes unravelled on paper, and I had a few designs for them to look at, and they were very happy to go with it, so I'm quite lucky that they wanted to continue down this path that we've laid out. I've kept them in the loop the whole time they've been going through this process. When you're making things like this, things evolve. As much as you can plan on a computer, on a piece of paper, when you start to construct things and actually see them in real life, you maybe think, maybe that would be better if we change that slightly, or maybe we should go down this route. So we got them in for quite a few meetings. There's been quite a lot of blocks cut and used and trialled. Well, we reckon that between all the 6 leaves there's about 3,000 to 4,000 individual blocks. Some of the blocks go together fairly easily and can be glued. The hexagonal shaped ones had to be worked from one and then worked out the way, so you were just constantly radiating out from the centre. 2 of the tables had to be glued up in one go, so it was a mammoth gluing up project, preparing jigs, doing dry clamps, and then committing to do a full glue up. The triangular table, we had about 9 people round the bench gluing frantically. I think there was 390 blocks glued in one go, which was quite an interesting glue up process, but it worked. I've kind of always wanted to make a tree trunk and glue bits of wood back together. It's kind of a bit poetic, I suppose, because you chop the tree down, you're putting it back together. I quite like the idea behind that. I think probably as much planning went into that as the actual time was spent doing it, just to make sure that we got it right. You're asking the space to do what we require it to do as a table, but also to look like a tree trunk. I think the best parts are the tabletops themselves because of the geometric shapes. The way that they've all come together, we're really happy with. And it's been a team effort, it's not just been me, it's been all of us. We've all had our inputs into this table. But I think they're quite striking. I don't know if I've seen some of the geometric shapes being done before. There's probably a reason for that. I'm very proud of it, very proud of the table. I'm going to be sad to see it go, because it has been part of my life in my head for so long. Pleasure to work with wood. I suppose it's in me, it's always been in me to work with wood. I love it. And then you open up that tree and you're the very first person to ever look at that piece of wood. And then if we're going to make it into a piece of furniture, it's going to be maybe thousands of eyes cast over that piece of furniture. And you were the very first person to see that piece of wood, which I really enjoy.